Hi everyone, how you doing? Yeah, I know it's been a while I came your way. My name is Akudo. I just want to share something quickly with you. It's funny how we quickly judge people when we find them doing things that we think is beneath us. Recently, I was at an event where there were so many food vendors, and I noticed a particular lady, a particular food vendor, was struggling to push her food to the guest. It was actually a very big event, and I observed she tried to talk to her colleague to use her support team, but she refused. I walked up to her and I asked her what her struggles were, and she told me a touching story that made me feel with her. Valid excuse why she didn't have enough hands to help serve. I volunteered to help. Initially, she was like, but somehow she didn't have much options, so she agreed. Fortunately, someone else was observing what was happening and got encouraged by what I did and then stood up to assist us as well. I started helping her to serve this food, and it was going round because it's not the usual food that we find in occasions except on special order. That's bole and fish. So, people were really really liking it. So we got to this particular table that had a lot of beautiful ladies. So I was like, hi ladies, how you doing? We have bole and fish. I know you're already eating, so I don't know if you would like to have some of this. They said, yeah, let's have. Some of them kept what they were already eating and then grabbed what we had. This particular lady on that same table called me and said openly, and she said, you know, you're very wrong with what you just did now. You're paid to serve people. You don't have to come in here and start asking questions what we want, whether we want it or not. You just serve on the table, okay? Because sometimes what you guys do is you make it look like the guests don't want it and you hoard the food. Oh boy, at hearing this, my antelope ear stood up. I was like, what arrogance? The devil was telling me at this point, smash this girl's face. The Holy Spirit was struggling to get my ears to say, listen. I walked away. I couldn't control myself. I came back to her. I said, I wasn't paid to do this, for your information. I'm only helping out a stranded person. And you're not so big to do that as well. So I left. Deep down me, I knew I wasn't satisfied with what I told this lady. But somehow, the Holy Spirit helped me to control my anger and my irritation. So I left. I only barely managed to help this lady finish up that serving. So I left. Fast forward to recent time. There was a request on my table that this lady has been begging and begging and begging and begging and begging and begging and begging to the extent that she had gone to a particular person. The person said, it has to go through me because if my approval is not there, there is virtually nothing they can do. So she really wanted to see me. So that day, I was like, okay, let me see what she has to offer and the rest of them. So I obliged her and she came into the office. Guess who? The same ladies that said I was a food vendor. And now this brings me to what I'm trying to find out. You are as well, you're a vendor running around for something so menial at cheap cost that it won't even be up to the amount that woman was paid for that kind of event, to supply bole and fish for that kind of event. This is what was on my mind. This was running round in my mind. But I managed to keep my irritation. Of course, she was shocked when she saw me. I kept it professional. I just was professional about it. And she looked at me, she said, I never got a chance to apologize for actions that day or for what I said. It was really wrong. My friends blamed me and all of that. And I said, please, call the chase. Let's get to what you need to do. We need to be careful how we judge people. We need to be careful how we rate people. We need to be careful how we treat people, how we speak to people. Had his communication come out with a better presentation, maybe I would have understood where she was coming from. And I think it was much later that she saw me in the same ashwebi that the close friends of the celebrants were wearing. And I asked this question: how do we treat our domestic staff? The PA in the office, the front desk executive, those junior officers, those people we just see on the road and think their lives just don't matter. That these are just the kind of specific jobs that they fit into. How do we treat them? It's also a lesson for me, which is why I want to share it. Ladies, gentlemen, do not despise a humble beginning. Do not look down on anybody just because of what you think they are doing or where you think they are or who you think they are. They just might be your ticket tomorrow. Their children in the future just might be what your own children need to succeed or who they need to excel. They might just be that person with the kidney that fits yours, that matches yours. They might just be that donor for that medical condition. It's possible they will be your lifesaver in the future. This may not mean anything. Trust me, if I had bounced that lady, she would have gotten over that money. But who says God will not bless her in the future? But wealth would have been my own reward. How would God have judged me? Because I was being vindictive. Please, let's be guided. Let's be guided. The world is one. And we are all human. Let's walk with the word of love. Let's treat people as human. Whether you think they are up to you or below you. You may be right with what you're saying, but how you say it could kill the soul. This is just what I think I want to share with everyone today, and I hope someone has learned from this experience and would run with it. And let's just be better people. Let's be our brother's keepers. Let's watch out for each and every one of us. Let's say a word that will only encourage someone. Thank you very much, and do have a very lovely evening.